Hello and welcome to the seventh episode of the Unplanned Journey podcast. Today we venture into the unexpected terrains of life's serendipitous twists and turns. In this chapter of our series, we are honored to share the inspiring stories of individuals who have embraced the magic of the unplanned. From chance encounters that opened doors to unexpected opportunities to unforeseen challenges that became stepping stones to personal growth, each tale reflects the resilience and courage it takes to navigate the unknown. Get ready to be captivated by these extraordinary journeys and discover the beauty that lies within life's most unplanned moments. Let's embark on another remarkable episode of the Unplanned Journey, Thriving Amidst the Unpredictable. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the wonderful Rahav Inbal. Rahav is a leader, a co-owner of an international business consulting firm, a mentor, a lover of innovation, and a mother. A growth strategist with a strong background of over 15 years at marketing and strategy management for international corporations, expert in innovation, process, and international scaling. Rahav believes that to become a great leader, one should create a balance between strengths, passion, and values. Welcome to the show, Rahav. Can you share more about your journey and a little bit more about your company as well?
Sure. So first of all, thank you so much for inviting me. It was a pleasure meeting you. You basically said everything about me, like in general, but I will maybe I will put some more data about myself and then say that I believe that a great leader or a great person is a person who is balanced between his or hers. Let's speak about her strengths, passions, and values. And if you find like the right balance between all three, you will be so super happy in your choices and profession. So that's what I believe at. You said it. I'm a mom, and I want to emphasize that as well because there were so many years that I kind of hide this part of my life because I felt that maybe people will underappreciate me because I have kids. So today I'm very proud to say that I'm a mom. I'm very much involved in my kids' life. I'm the head of PTA at their elementary school, and I'm engaged in everything that has to do with the community as well. Another thing that I want to emphasize is the fact that I love women empowerment. That is one of my greatest value, and that is something that I'm cherishing and doing everywhere I can within my community, within business, joining other women. I think it's an amazing value to carry.
Well, that is amazing. Being a mom and being a co-owner, being a founder of an organization, leading a company, it's really amazing. I know there might be a lot of challenges coming with this as well because you're doing two jobs to be very honest. At home and then outside as well. So, can you share a significant story of your unplanned event or a detour in life that led you to a completely unexpected path?
Oh my God, absolutely. So years and years, I've been working as a salary employee at an international corporations, working like a small rabbit in a lab or a mouse in a lab. I apologize for all those vegan people. I'm also not pro lab mouse, but I was working around the clock for other people. My latest job was kind of like my dream job. I was dealing with innovation. I was running teams of engineers, and we created growth engines for the low tech industry here in Israel. I was also practicing in business development, traveling around the world, speaking on biggest stages and speaking about the Israeli innovation that we're doing here. I had a boss, which I kind of admire at the beginning because she was like, so pro woman and everything, but it was kind of a fake, unfortunately. It was very stressful relationship. And after 1.5 years, which I absolutely loved the work, I have to say it. I say it was like my dream work. I decided that, I had enough. I cannot live with this stress. And it's not that I'm not an hectic person or hardworking or not giving all of myself and soul and everything I own to work. But I couldn't deal with it anymore. It was very petty, very, very harsh, very unhealthy relationship, kind of toxic. And then I came to a decision to resign. It was February 2020, like approximately 1 month before we hit it with COVID and we had the first quarantine here in Israel.
Wow.
So that made my life very, very like upside down because I didn't plan to be a self-employed. I started to look for new jobs and then COVID. And then everybody were hysterical. Everybody, were closed at home and did not look for any more employees. They didn't know what to do with their own employees that now sitting at home. So after like the initial shock, I understood that I need to take all my, again, strengths, passions, and value and to create something by myself. So for me, it was an amazing, unplanned journey, like really, like I mean, nothing I planned in the past. I mean, if you ask me like 5 years ago, where do you see yourself? So I would say like a CMO of a big company, working at a startup, doing something like that. But never have I said that I'm going to be a self-employed and having my own company. So yeah, so that was a turnover of everything I thought. And it came with a lot of baggage because, again, if you are not planning something like that, so how should I do it right?
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, so there's a huge story about that as well. Do you want me to to elaborate about that?
Yeah, so that was gonna be my next question. And I mean, kudos to you for doing this kind of transition during COVID time when everybody was struggling. And that was the next question when you said about the baggage. Like, what were your emotions around this? Like, you know, how did you cope up with this change or this transition? What were your exact, to be very precise, what were your emotions at that time?
Yes, emotion wise. So I was terrified. I was actually terrified, kind of hysterical, and I'm not an hysterical person. It's like I'm just the opposite. I'm very, very planned person. So for me, I mean, everything got like blur and messy, and I needed to recalculate everything again. And since I'm such a planner, I'm great at like planning trips, birthday parties, birthday concept parties. I mean, I'm great at planning. So I needed to like calm my brain and the storm that I had in my brain, and then to start build and plan my unplanned journey.
Yeah,
And I love, by the way, the name of the podcast because it really,
me
really
too.
describes exactly what I'm what I was doing. So I needed to plan. And for me, planning was to create, first of all, understanding and clearness. And for me, clearness is to write myself my vision. And how do I go? I mean, that's my vision. And okay, now I'm here. How do I go from here to here? So to create like baby milestones in order to reach my vision. For me as a business person, it's also come with creating a business plan. And I'm just saying because people are thinking about business plan and they are like, oh my god, I know no shit about how to create a business plan. But no, a business plan could be also like very, very simple Excel sheet that you're putting your thought into it,
Yeah,
and you don't like build a huge P&L. You are not a corporate. You don't need to build yourself a huge P&L. You just need to put like some milestones also in your business plan just to make sure how much you need to earn. And yes, the vision and the ambitious is to
yeah.
be a million. Of course, everybody wants that. I would like to create myself an exit. Right. Good. That's the vision. Let's get there. But I mean, the baby milestone should be implemented like, step by step, just how much money do you need to earn? How much money are you spending like on your business?
Yeah.
Not like, spending on clothes, shoes, hair, whatever, kids, not that. Like really, how much do you need to spend for your business? And then create simple template and understand that it will take some time. And that's something that it took me like a lot of time to understand. That now I think it's been 3.5 years that I'm self-employed, and only for the past 1.5 year I'm like good in my business plan. I mean, it's taking time, and that is something that a lot of people told me that it will take you at least 2 years to get back on your feet, to be balanced.
Yeah.
And I'm a very I'm rushing. I'm always like ahead. I wanna achieve this goal, but I want to achieve it yesterday. So for me to wait 2 years, it was, oh my God. I mean, I need to embrace all the patience in the word in order to do that, and understand that um to get rid of all the noises. Like the imposter syndrome was like banging in my head all the time. And your belief in yourself. So you said about
Yeah.
you asked about emotions. So the emotions were that, can I do it? I mean, I second doubted myself like every single moment. Can I do it? Can I charge from somebody on consulting this and that amount of money? Will they pay me? I mean, you had a
Yeah.
lot of questions, and that is, I mean, you're getting crazy from the amount of
Yeah.
questions that's running through your head. But then when all the noise and everything went into place, so the main thing that I realized, and that is also emotion kind of issue, is that you need to be very, very self-driven. If
Yeah.
you're not self-driven, if you're not highly motivated, okay, so not like every single day, because okay, you are a person, sometimes you have a mood, sometimes it's raining outside and you don't want to wake up from your bed, things like that. But most of the time you have to be very motivated, very self-driven, and very determined to realize that you set this goal already. So remember this goal, you need to get
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
together. So, you need to get out of the bed, you need to be proactive, you need to push, you need to be your own CEO. And that is something that I kind of, realized, that I need to do everything besides the business plan. You need to do your own marketing, you need to be your own business development. So like everything that I've done in my life in so many different corporations, yeah, I needed to do for myself. So
Yeah.
hopefully, one day we will be a corporate as well, but maybe not, and that's fine too.
Well, all the best for that. And I really loved when you said, you need to be your own CEO. So I do believe the same, like, you are your own decision maker. Nobody else is going to come and take decision for you. And nobody should be able to do that, because in the end, you will find a lot of support, a lot of guidance, and that is really valuable in your life because you need it. But in the end, you need to make sure what makes you happy and you go for it. So being your own, this, and the word that you use, imposter syndrome, that relates so much, because of many of the times people are like, am I capable enough to do this, even for applying for a job or transitioning in the career? But in the end, it's all, inside. So I just feel like, for me, imposter syndrome is just a psychological term. It's not a disease. I have seen many people talking about imposter syndrome as if it is a disease, that I have imposter syndrome. But I've always said that it's not a disease, it's just a psychological term. You need to remove that term from your head and everything will be fine. Of course, it takes a lot of efforts. It's easier said than done, but in the end, when you try, build your own confidence, be your own decision maker, and go for it. Just try for it. Just go for it. That's how you take it out of it. But interesting. I mean, I would really love to know if there are any did you uncover any hidden opportunities or unexpected benefits during this unexpected path of yours, and how did you navigate through it?
Of course, there were so many benefits, and I think that I think the first one is to to start something of your own, it's taking a lot of maybe, you know what, it's considered, maybe it's considered to be a little bit superficial, but you know, when I was working at an international corporation, I was traveling a lot. Like, you know, I was heading to a convention in Chicago and then in London and then like flying. And when you're a self-employed, you kind of, I mean, my initial fear was that, you know, I won't be able to support myself with self-development, because again, flying, doing things, seeing the world, and also like evolving professionally. But then I kind of got it. I mean, now I have to say I'm going backward and forward. So I'm apologize for that. But today, as having my own business consulting agency together with an amazing partner, female partner, of course. We are traveling, we are flying away to amazing places I've never been before. And I was, you know, I was working in an airline for 7 years. So when I'm telling you that I never been to places, such places before, never been to them, really, really amazing places, amazing people. So that will be a check on this like superficial thing that, you know, flying and, you know, like breathing a little bit, like a different air and a different environment, and everything, of course, has to do with business. So that will be one. And then I was touching a little bit about self-development. And again, I kind of understood that, you know, when again working at big corporations, so you had a lot of opportunities for self-development. You had a lot of courses, and you know, they pay you to take courses, and they send you to do you know, all kind of workshops. And then when I decided to be a self-employed, I asked myself, okay, so how will I, you know, develop my skills? How will I do that? So for me, one of the things was to be a part of the be a part of the group, create myself the group that I want to be a part of. As I said at the beginning, one of my values is empowering women. So then I found during COVID, remember I started that in COVID time. So I found the female factor, which is the an amazing global female leader community, which we actually met each other from there. And I really cherish this group because it made me, it gave me a lot of value and a lot of self-awareness about my abilities, because they have a lot of programs of mentoring. So immediately I volunteered to become a mentor of other female leaders in the world. Discovered that a lot of other women has similar challenges, and that is kind of amazing to realize and understand that. And it actually reflected on me, because if you are doing mentorship for a younger or different, it doesn't have to be a younger, a different kind of woman, you understand that you are helping or assisting her to see something in herself, but she's also assisting you to see your strengths and abilities and capabilities of your own. And that is something that you can take to yourself, and I love that as well. I also established there in the female factor something that I felt kind of missing, because I love innovation. I deal with innovation and technology all the time. And then I felt that, you know, an innovation circle is missing. So I established there an innovation circle, which is a group who is now have, I think, over 400 women from all over the world. And yeah, thank you. And then like for 2 years, each month we were doing a presentation for a different sector of the female of the ecosystem, like, you know, food tech, femtech, agrotech, I mean, whatever. And then it made me, I mean, by the way, self-development. So it made me all the time like research, be up to date, understand things that are going on in Europe. And that kept me all the time up to date. So for me, it's an amazing self-development. And also, and last thing is that I think that being a self-employed made me understand the importance of agility, kind of like in startups, that you have to be agile and change your ways
Mhm.
and create a lot of pivots. So during my journey, my unplanned journey, I really really love this. My unplanned journey as a self-employed. So I found out that you have to be agile all the time. You need to adjust yourself to what the clients need, um, to um, to the changing environments of everything. So even if now I need to learn, or I needed to learn already, I know how to. I use like chat, GPT, for example, or Brad, or whatever. I mean, those are tools that nobody taught me how to use them, or gave me like a short course or workshop in how to do that. If I
More
wanted to
of a
use something,
self-learning.
yes, it's like a long journey of self
Yeah.
learning. So that is also something that if you need to be agile, that is something that I learned very quickly.
Well, I love that, being agile, that is really important. And as you said, self-learning is really, I mean, in this world, you need to keep up with the current trends, otherwise you'll be backslashed a lot.
And I think that's the beauty of being self-employed. You don't have to wait for somebody to
Yeah,
feed you up with a spoon.
true,
You
true.
can just, you feel that you need some more knowledge, you can like collect it. You can learn by yourself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well, and well done on creating that innovation center for the women. You have such an amazing crowd joining you. Do send me the link as well. I'll also join and we'll share with the audiences as well. So I know you've been mentoring a lot of women out there, a lot of people. So do you have like any mentor in your life, or did you find any support in your life through this unplanned journey of yours? And if you want to share some individual stories or anything like that.
I will share. So first of all, I know that my husband is not having any social media at all, but I will say that my husband, because I mean, I think that your spouse or your significant other should support your path. Otherwise, it's going to be a very, very bumpy road. So first
Yeah.
of all, like, kudos to my husband. But the second person is the I don't know if it's her or it's me, but I chose to take a mentor when I decided that I want to be a self-employed. I decided that I want to do it right. I need to plan it right,
Mm-hmm.
as I mentioned before, and then I have to have somebody to guide me at least for the first steps on the road. So I took a very very great mentor. She retired already. She was Israeli, now living in Provence, France, living the life, but she was amazing. She put a mirror in front of my face and made me realize what my strengths are, because I couldn't see them. I mean, I couldn't see them. Like everything was so blur. And the third person, which I want to speak about, like a little bit longer, is my amazing business partner. Her name is Priel Manes, and she's ex-Israeli living in Germany. And we found each other. It's a very, very funny story. We found each other in a Facebook group, like a business woman, Israeli businesswoman Facebook group. I posted something, I think, about the female factor, how much
Mm-hmm.
I adore this community, and urge people to join the community and everything. And she reached out, not in order to join the community, just because everything I wrote there was interesting for her. So we actually met like 1.5 years ago, and we realized that we have a lot in common and that we have to do something together, because we were like overlapping of what we're doing. Both of us were business consulting. Both of us worked with startups, Israeli, European, whatever. And then she already had a company, but then I joined, and then we started developing, like the entire summer we sat and developed programs for innovation hubs, business games, all kind of like plans and workshops, and we wrote everything. We created a website. We've done everything right, and create the business development path that we want to go to. And that was so amazing. And today we've done a journey ourselves. Think about the fact that we are two women who are not living in the same country. Yes, we do speak the same language, but we have some differences, of course, because we are different people. But we've done a journey, first of all, in the business. Maybe first of all, personally, getting to know each other and becoming from a single consultant to a dual consultant and creating a firm. Today we have 15 experts on board working with us, and it actually became an international firm since we are working all over Europe and Brazil, India, and other places in the world. So it actually became a thing, and we've done it. We've done it with our own hands. We are creating the business development ourselves. We're reaching out to ambassadors, to governmental institutes. We are reaching out to whatever target we marked ourselves. So we are super, super proud on that. And for us, both of us, it was, we immediately realized that 1 + 1 is equal 3. So it's better to join together and, better to do it with another woman from my point of view.
Well done, and more power to you both. Congratulations on establishing such a wonderful, organization. So, just last question for you, I promise. So for those listeners on our podcast who may currently, or outside as well, who may currently find themselves on an unplanned journey or unexpected path, what insights would you share with them or give them to embrace this unknown and make the most out of it?
The first thing that I would like to say, and I'm not a spiritual person, but I truly believe in that you need to listen to your heart. And you need to follow your intuitions. A lot of smart women that I know, including myself, I have to say, and some of my best friends are like turning off their intuition and creating rationalization of every single decision that they are making in their life. And for me, if you can tune things, so turn on the intuition part and turn a little bit off, not completely, don't shut it down, but a little bit off, the rational part, because usually your gut's feeling has it right. So I know it's very spiritual, and a lot of people will say no, you have to put your brain into it. So my brain is everywhere. It's there. It's lie there on the floor all the time. Like it's very present. But for me, yes, listen to the intuition and follow. And then I do understand that I do know that a lot of things are happening for a reason. And believe I'm truly a believer in that. So I believe that if you're opening your heart and mind to meeting new people, to creating yourself some new opportunities, you will gain. If you won't gain now, you will gain eventually. It doesn't matter. I'm not waiting to cash my payback now. I'm not doing that. I'm like doing good to the world, and then it's coming back to us. So that's what I believe in.
Well, I love that you do good, and it'll come back to you as well sometime or the other.
Hopefully, hopefully. I'm still a believer.
Well, it will. I do believe the same. And again, I am not spiritual as well, but I do believe in a lot of optimism around. And just sometimes you just have to switch off of everything and just listen to yourself, listen to your heart. So thank you so much, Inbal. I really love this conversation. And as we reach the conclusion of this captivating episode on the unplanned journey of an innovation enthusiast, we are reminded of the wondrous possibilities that unfold when one embraces the unplanned with a heart full of curiosity and a mind open to endless opportunities. So our guest experience have shown us that amidst life's unpredictability, innovation can bloom and creativity can flourish. So throughout this episode, we have witnessed how unexpected detours and chance encounters have ignited sparks of innovation within our guest's journey. Their story is a testament to the transformative power of embracing the unplanned with enthusiasm enthusiasm, and a passion for exploration. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to our guest Raha for sharing her innovation journey and invaluable insights for us. Her passion and vision have undoubtedly left a lasting impact on our podcast and our listeners. So, thank you so much all for joining us on the Unplanned Journey. Stay tuned for more inspiring stories and empowering conversations. Until next time, may you embrace the unplanned with a lover's heart and may innovation lead you to extraordinary destinations. So, if you enjoyed today's episode and want to stay connected with us, we invite you to hit that subscribe button or follow our podcast channel. We value your support and appreciate you being part of a podcast community. Together, we can continue to explore fascinating topics, share empowering stories, number of challenges we face, and ignite a spark of inspiration in each other's lives. So, thank you again for tuning in, and we look forward to having you with us on the next episode of The Unplanned Journey Thriving Amidst the Unpredictable. Thank you so much, Inbal, for joining us today.
Thank you, Jivantika.